Soul Tribe. Really quickly, man, I'm about to go live from at the desk, but I don't get to talk completely like I want to on those desk videos, so we're out here speaking about this a little bit early. Look, don't ever let a woman test you. If you don't know this as a man, and for the ladies that are watching, never test a man. Now, I want to talk to y'all about this because I'm seeing a lot of videos where, and it's mostly black women, telling you that you should be okay. And it's not just them. I see some Caucasian women talking crazy as well. But they're talking about how you should be okay with women testing you, right? Like that's what women do. And no, that's what they do. That's not what women do. Not the women you decide that you want to deal with. Don't let these leftovers convince you that there's no other option but to take their leftover ass and their leftover ways. You know, do you understand? So these leftovers don't have a man for a reason. Over 25, no man. Unlikely she's a whole headache. And if she's out here pushing this ideology where she's speaking crazy to you about how, well, women test men and that's what women's supposed to do, and she's trying to create space for herself, space that's not needed. She's trying to create a position that doesn't really do anything. It's a real position. See, these women have nothing left to give you, you know, not some snatch, you know, not a childless womb for the most part. Most of the time, they're slightly overweight or overweight. So they have to create space. And when they're creating space for themselves, it has to be something intangible, something you can't touch, you know, feel, taste, or anything. So they start doing this whole, well, I'll be your spiritual leader, spiritual guide, and I'll make sure you stay in alignment, and I'll be there to help you get to your greatest vision. That means a whole bunch of nothing, okay? It's a bunch of babbling. Yeah, we'll talk about it today. What's going on? That's a bunch of babble. You know, some woman talking to you, telling you that she's going to be your piece, and you didn't tell her to be. You guys smash that like button. And she's talking about how she's supposed to test you and test your plans. Tell her to come up with a plan, and then, you know, if you're okay with that, you know what I'm saying, you test her plan and she tests yours. You know how easy it is to sit back and wait on somebody to come up with something out the ether and then critique it? What's going on? What's going on? What I'm trying to tell you is these women, they really don't, I'm trying to make sure that I'm being polite this time. They really don't have anything to really bring you. And they know the cooch is not going to be this hellified coochie you've never had before. They know they pass themselves around too much for that. So, you know, they're going to try to make it seem like, you know, look, it's okay for a woman. No, listen, let me tell you something. Any woman that's out here testing a man is a woman that's broken. It's a woman that has poor decision-making skills, and she picks bad men, and now you're ending up, you know what I'm saying, with this woman after a bunch of failed relationships, possible unhealed childhood trauma as well. What's going on? So what you have to do is, when you hear this kind of, I'm going to assert myself, I'm going to try to, you know, make it seem like I have something that you need, something that's spiritual. You can't see it, you can't taste it, feel it, touch it, but it's there, and I'm going to help you become your greatest version. Babbling nonsense. So this is the only thing that it's okay. And women, y'all don't need to conflate the two. You should not be testing, you should be vetting. You should not be testing, you should be vetting, okay? Maybe not leaning so much into your intuition and use your discernment, okay? Which is going to be a multitude of things, you know what I mean? Not just some intuitive feel, but some facts, logic, studies, and things of that nature to back it up. So you should be vetting. For you to be out here talking crazy about testing, you show the kind of female you are, and I want men to know, you gotta smash that like button. When you hear a woman talking about testing, then you need to be running for the hills. There's no way for her to, she's going to try to articulate it as politely and savagely, you know, wordsmithing as possible. But at the end of the day, when she used the word test, testing what you say, testing what you're doing, questioning your authority, stuff of that nature, man, you know what kind of female you have. Don't let her fool you by saying it with a smile. She's a kind of female that needs to let you, not only is she going to be combative, but she needs to let you know that she's going to do it. This is a kind of, hey, listen, you need to stay away from it. I don't even know what else to tell you. Hey, man, 3 different rappers in my neighborhood now. It's definitely time for me to go. You know what I'm saying? I got a 2 rapper minimum, man. You know what I mean? Maximum. 2 rappers in the neighborhood is too much. You know what I mean? I can't stand being the influence that I am. People want to copy you directly. This guy has a black rapper just like mine. Anyway, man, remember, vetting is okay, but testing is not. When you hear the word testing, if she's talking about vetting and she can articulate it and it sounds good, you know what I mean? You're just like analyzing what she's saying, her body language. But if she's talking about testing you, there is no way to articulate that to where it sounds good. It's not good. She's telling you to your face, everything you do, I'm going to be checking you. You know, I'm not going to come up with nothing because I don't think that I want to put that kind of work in anything, but I will be checking everything that you do to make sure that you stay in your place. I'm trying to tell you, man, they're not that slick. Once you break down the modern woman and how they live in ego, because the whole reason for her to say, oh, I got to test you, and that's what women do, they can't control their ego. They really don't too much care for men like that. They feel like they got to be your mammy. How are you going to be somebody's mammy and date them at the same time? It's not possible. Okay? So they're not moving in good faith. So I'm gonna drop this video where this woman's she's trying to, black woman of course, articulate why testing a man is a good thing, calling it constructive criticism. See, this is the place where women need to go ahead and back up. When it comes to psychological warfare and articulating good arguments, I'm gonna beat you every time. I'm gonna beat you every time. So when you're gonna step into my wheelhouse where you're talking about constructive criticism, where I've dropped multiple videos talking about constructive criticism really is just disguised hate. You can't get constructive criticism from someone that you don't know, someone you didn't ask it from, and someone that you haven't built a council, like they're part of your council of people you go to, or you're paying them. You don't get constructive criticism from fucking strangers. You don't do that kind of stuff because you don't know what reason they're giving you any kind of criticism. You don't know where it stems from. It could stem from a jealous place. See, let me tell you something. I want you to remember this before I get off of here. The modern person, they hate on people all the time, but their goal is to articulate their hate in a way that comes off like criticism and not hate. Do you understand? They can't just come out and tell you, I just don't like your face and the way that God blessed you. So they got to articulate this other stupid ass babble. But at the end of the day, when you have someone critiquing you and you don't know them, then it's hate, man. Period, point blank. They can't disguise it. When you're grounded and someone starts articulating, they start babbling, right? Bringing up all kind of stuff, the universe, and you be having karma, and well, you study me a lot and I don't even know who you are. So how in the world is this any kind of way constructive? You're just criticizing based off of, you don't even know me. You're just doing it based off of something that bothers you, that makes you feel like you need to get to the bottom of things. That's hate. That's insecurities projected. That means that there's something about me that triggers you instantly and you feel like you need to babble your way through a bunch of nonsense, articulate it in a way to make it not seem like you're hating on a total stranger that you don't know, but you're projecting assumptions on them. No. I'm a grown-ass man. You're not going to be doing any of that nonsense, man. So when you hear women or anyone talking about, oh, you got to be able to take constructive criticism from a council of people that I have picked and I decide are probably moving in good faith for me, right? Not some random ass goofball that decides to leave a comment telling me to work on my audio equipment, or that, hey brother, you know, I'm your brother and everything, and then proceeds to say all kind of crazy nonsense when you could have not watched the video in the first place. See, you got to be grounded and based. These are not good faith arguments. These people don't know me well enough to be criticizing me, and it's never a good ethical thing. Is that a tree? It is. Is that a tree fell or something? Damn. It's not, you know, ethical or moving in good faith to start critiquing people that you don't know. You would never go to a brand new job and start critiquing your manager. I'm sure there's things that you notice that you probably think they can do better, but you would never do that. You would never disrespect a family member that you respect and start critiquing them and telling them about themselves. You would never do nothing like that. So when you have a critique for a stranger or critique for a person you barely know, what you have is hate for that person, and you've disguised it using the modern English language as a weapon, wordsmithing, and bringing all kind of things together to try to disguise your malice. That's really what you motherfuckers have. And you know I'm hitting the nail on the head. You do it all the time. You find different ways to articulate your hate, or, you know, your jealousy or envy you have towards somebody, but you try to form it in a different way to make it seem like you're just criticizing them. You don't even know them. Who are you, God? Now you can criticize strangers that you don't really know. Well, people say all the time, you don't know them. You don't know them. You don't hang out with them outside of what you see them posting online. You don't talk to them. You don't know their psyche. You don't know them, fool. And then you project some goofy ass, you know, psychosis on them that you're not qualified to do. That shows that you're not professional. The fact that you just project these different, you know, psychoanalysis on people, and, oh, well, they're this and they're that, and you don't know nothing about nothing. You don't even know, you have good bedside manner. You don't know nothing. You're showing how ignorant you are and how quick you are to try to judge somebody. That shows what kind of fool you are. Well, you know, even these people that be thumping the Bible, they'll find different ways to articulate it, but they really just be hating. You got a problem with someone that you don't know, you can quote as many Bible verses as you want, and I don't care what your credentials say. Your soul will speak through your mouth. And I'm going to judge you on the words that come out of your mouth. You're not going to wordsmith your way out of my judgment. I'm going to see right through your stupid ass bullshit. Because when you're moving in good faith, you don't need to talk a whole lot. You ain't got to wordsmith a lot. You ain't got to bring in, you know, earth and wind and fire and the universe and, you know, according to, you know what I mean, this book and that. Look, man, you can break it down in very simple man's English. What you have to say, very few words, and it's done. It's done, right? And I'm going to tell you an easy way for you to figure out people that are consistently talking junk about someone else, but disguising it as motivational speaking or whatever. When they start talking, they'll always reference some other character, some other, you're not like them. You know, they are like this, but you are like that. They do this, all that. Who is they? Who is they? Who are you throwing shade at while you're making a video claiming to motivate, but you're talking about someone else more than you're speaking life into us? You know, I see it all the time. Man, it's so low IQ. You people are so dumb. You're so dumb. You're so fucking stupid, man. You throw shade at people and you make it so freaking obvious. You know what I'm saying? This tree must just fail or something. Still out here in Western North Carolina, recovering. But y'all make it super obvious, man, and it's crazy. When you're speaking life into people, right, this should be about whoever you're targeting. I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all some game. Y'all talking about pro tips? You people are pros at using a child's plaything, YouTube. I'm a pro at working at the White House, being a combat veteran, a sergeant. So, you know, getting your point across, man, you don't need to bash another group of people to tell the group that you're speaking to how great they are. You shouldn't need to do that. See, that's the level of low IQ and pettiness of you trying to get back at whoever it is that you're thinking about while you're coming up with this babbling shit to motivate your group of people. It's all good. You know, but I want you to understand when you constantly need to either, this is how you know you're listening to some kind of hater. When they're speaking in a way like, yeah, you know, talking about these motivational speakers, yeah, you know, you guys might have been like this where you used to. Why are you bringing up what I used to be? Normally when they're bringing up what you used to be, it's a lower version of yourself. You used to be a people pleaser. You used to shut the fuck up. Are you motivating people here, or are you just bringing up their older version from your perspective? No, 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 no. See, this is the kind of stuff I pick up on, this little bit of stuff. See, when I'm motivating people, it's about what makes you great. It's not about bashing another group of people or whoever I'm secretly hating on, but I'm disguising it like I'm just, no, no, no. It's about telling you how great you are, and that's it. You should not consistently be like, well, you're not like these people, or, you know, they're like this. Who cares what they're like? Who cares what's going on with them? Who cares what's going on with my enemies or my exes? What about me, nigga? I don't give a damn about what's going on with them, good or bad. But they'll be sitting there talking. This is people that are using their platform to try to make it seem like they're motivating people, but they're really bashing some crazy ex of theirs or throwing shade at somebody on the internet. That's what they're really doing. When they got to keep doing that comparison all the time, that's different if they're on here doing a rant like myself and label it like a rant. But if they're like, oh, I got a motivational word for you, or they're trying to motivate you, but they're consistently comparing you or what you have going on to what other people don't, or what other people are trying to do, and it's not like something that really benefits you, that's babbling nonsense, dude. That's somebody that's disguising their hate or hatred towards someone else with a bunch of wordsmithing. It is what it is. But look, it's getting cold out here. Before I start tripping over my words from, you know, the temperature dropping, you guys go ahead and smash that like button. I just started feeling like I'm about to go into a classic rant, but I want to save some of that for the reaction video. I just can't stand when women, you know, primarily, it's not just women, it's bitch ass niggas too. But when the people continuously think they're smart and they're really not, and they're like, oh man, you people are being sensitive, you just can't handle constructive criticism. No, man, these new words, constructive criticism, all this other shit, right? It's this stuff to justify being a horrible person and just being like, oh, don't be sensitive. You shouldn't be telling anybody anything that causes them to be sensitive. You shouldn't even want to be doing that. So for you to want to do that, that's kind of sinister in itself, don't you think? See, there's all kind of ways to get back at y'all whenever y'all come back and forth or go back and forth with someone when you're really throwing hate at them, but then you're trying to make it seem like they're just being sensitive about something that you're trying to give them some great criticism about to help them build them into a better person. If they didn't ask for it, you shouldn't be giving them nothing. If they didn't ask for it, you shouldn't be giving them nothing. What do you think unsolicited advice is? It's hate. It's hate, man. Period, point blank. If it's not asked for, you get to sit back and spectate. You don't get to jump in and participate. You don't get to be, oh, yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and let you know how to do it better. No, 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 no. No, you sit the fuck back and you watch God's plan. See, when you start acting and playing the role of God, that's when I have a problem with you. When you start using the devil to get what you want, which is talking too much, wordsmithing, talking, oh no, I'm supposed to test you. Where? Says who, dumbass? Why do you females think you're able to test anyone? All the mistakes you're making, if you were qualified to test someone, you'd have a man that you'd be testing. You have no man. So now you're out here, see, this is what I'm saying, man. Y'all ain't got nothing to fucking offer. So you lead with your wallet, you lead with your homes, you lead with your fitness, you lead with these trips you go on to, and you lead with your ego and attitude, and you're not gonna get anywhere. You're not gonna get a man. Damn, I'm telling you, you see it, but you still, the definition of insanity. You keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result, and you see that men are walking away. And you keep getting online, running your mouth, babbling, and all this other crazy stuff, letting off all this steam, and it's getting you nowhere. Trying to find new creative ways to talk really about how you wanna mammy grown men. It's really all that it is. Any woman talking about correcting somebody, like with constructive criticism, what in the hell? You people that are running around using this term, you don't really understand it, and you're taking it out of context. You cannot be giving constructive criticism to strangers. You don't know them. Do you understand how ignorant it is for you guys to pass judgments on people, categorize them, and you barely know anything about them? If the person's any kind of way smart, they're not even telling you everything about themselves online. And even if they were saying a lot of stuff, you have to be around people for years to even get a decent judge of character, to be credible a little bit. Y'all people watch a little bit online and be like, yeah, based off of my horrible relationships and business relationships and failed everything, the way they're acting seems similar to what these other people I used to know did and what I've observed. No. And y'all think that's smart. It's cool. Look, those that know to move around y'all, move away from y'all. When y'all are trying to be clever with your words, anyone that's ever done anything in their life outside of the small spectrum or radius where they grew up at will be able to identify you trying to babble your way into saying something that seems like it makes sense and you're not. Because the bottom line is, again, no man really listens to a woman unless she has a man. If you're not married, and I mean married with someone for over 10 years, been with somebody for over 10 years, because y'all will be like, yeah, I'm married. How long you been married? 3 months. Man, shut up. You breaking up with that dude in 3 more months. Nah, I'm talking about been in there, been in the trenches, dealt with everything over 10 years. Trust me, I know, because my situation broke at 9. So, you know, if it's the 10-year mark, something about it, man. It's got to be a full decade. And not right at 10, over 10. I'm talking like 11. I'm not listening to what you have to say. You get online wearing makeup and filters, wigs, fake eyelashes, a full mask, probably a waist trainer as well, getting on here wearing some outfit and angling the camera, and then trying to tell me about how you should be able to test men. What are you talking about? Y'all just get online because you think it sounds good. Man, you be looking a mess and sounding a mess. Stop trying to tell men what they need to do and what they should accept. You need to start listening to what we're telling you. That's it, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna hold you. I know a lot of you female podcasters like to watch other male podcasters, and we already know that women don't pay no attention to 80% of men. And when as attractive as I am, I know you're watching me. Doesn't matter my subscriber count. As a matter of fact, me having a smaller subscriber count makes me your dirty little secret. And we know how women love to have little secrets. No one would suspect that you're watching somebody with a small account like I have. I know, I get it, but I'm always 10 steps ahead of all of y'all, okay? God messed around and gave the right one the right gifts. And I was already an engineer, so it's over, man. It is over, y'all. And look, I'm doing this in a very polite way. Some of these guys are getting online, getting super savage. I'm just saying a few things and talking about going to Thailand because unlike the women in America, most men are coming up with plans. We're not just complaining about the women here. We're coming up with a strategy and a plan of action to make moves to better our situation. When you listen to these women online talk, ask them what their fix action is, right? You know what I mean? They had their little after action reviews. They're always running their mouth online about that with little AARs. But what is your fix action for it? What are you gonna do about it? You know, you're complaining about men. What's the overall point that you're trying to get across that's going to help the situation out? Because you're doing a lot of complaining. But what's your solution? They'll never have one. They'll never have one. A man will mention a solution and they'll caveat off of it. Oh, yeah, something like that right there. But, you know, it's gotta be fair. You know, men and women, we both sides. This is dumbass shit, man. I'm saying, and y'all, I'm gonna be entertaining this goofy stuff, right? They ain't put no thought into any of this stuff, man. You know they're not, because they're not even losing weight. You have some woman big as a house, back wide as all outside, talking crazy. Like she has any room, you know what I'm saying, to talk about men not doing this or that or that. It's the craziest thing in the world. You shouldn't even be able to speak. They should be like, why aren't you at the gym? You think you got time to be sitting on this panel? Why are you not at the gym? If you don't get your big ass, and listen, I'm telling y'all this because I love you. I'm telling you this because I love you. You know, heart disease, diabetes, you know what I mean, strokes. You're more susceptible at this, man, being overweight. We want you to live longer. Y'all already got high, you know, raising your blood pressure by getting all upset, extreme, and going off. So when I'm out here talking about you getting in shape, it ain't no jab you, because you all have the ability to do so. Because your lazy ass don't want to doesn't mean you can't do it. And then why in the world should I respect, listen to, or give any kind of ear to what you're saying, and you don't care enough about yourself to make sure that you live past 65? If you don't care about yourself, what's going on? If you don't care about yourself and you don't care about your future, then why should I care about your words? You know what I'm saying? I get tired of seeing these big ass women online being upset. You're not mad about the subject matter. You're mad because of how much it's taking out of you to just be on that pan and talk. You know, you want to take a nap. Man, you want a snack. You know what I mean? That's what you want a snack. You know, you're hangry. I got time for it. Look, anyway, you guys smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the live stream. Do you agree or disagree? You know, let's talk about it. I know a lot of you female have a lot to say, but I'm not going to hold back in the comments. If you say something stupid, then I'm going to make you feel stupid, because how else are you going to learn if I sugarcoat it and, oh, no, sweetheart, and be like, that was dumb. You know what I mean? I'm going to say something like, man, if you feel all that way about what I said, why did you watch the whole video? Man, if you dislike something, stop wasting your energy on watching it and think you're going to tell somebody about themselves. I don't give a damn what you're saying. You're you and I'm me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about it. You know, y'all got to get yourselves together, man, and really start trying to watch what I'm doing and figure me out, and stop projecting assumptions onto me. It looks like I don't care because I really don't give a fuck. It seems like there's got to be something to it. No, I just don't care. I just don't care, man. You know, at all times, I know how short life is. At all times, I know at any day I might not wake up, or anything could happen, crazy, tropical storm. I take advantage of every day. I love my life. And I know none of you motherfuckers are going to go with me. I know none of you motherfuckers even go where I'm going as far as my career and where I'm headed. So why should I what you think? You can't even see what I see. You can't even see the way that I'm moving, and you know, obviously where I'm headed. You just like, this guy he just man, listen, man, really, I'm everything that you want to be, or something like that. And you're mad, you're really just mad at yourself. You know what I mean? You hating on me, you really just hating on yourself. Yeah, I'm on my business. I don't cause nobody any problems. And, you know, I'm a man of my word. I live by example. I'm not on here, you know, already rich and no, I'm on my way to it and telling people how to get there and telling no one and minding my business. You come over, you have a problem with that. A single dad doing what you got to do to get out the mud. You don't hate me, you hate yourself. You can't hate me. There's nothing about me that can really justify your hate. You don't hate me, you hate yourself. You need to go work on something and do some healing. That's why I don't take no offense to any of the crazy nonsense that said in my comment section, oh, when content creators are taking jabs at me. Any content creator takes a jab at me, especially if you claim that you make more money, and nigga, you don't hate me, you hate yourself. There's something about me that you should be doing and you're not, and it's making you feel some type of way. Well, you know, hopefully eventually you'll figure what that is out, and you'll get it done. Until then, keep hating on me. I don't care. You're keeping my hater numbers up. I like keeping my hater numbers up. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You're supposed to have haters. One of the greatest to ever do it said that. Who am I to go against the greats? If you ain't got at least a few haters, you ain't doing something right. Well, I got a bunch of them. I got a bunch. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And I can transmute y'all's energy. Y'all are so stupid. You're giving me free energy, bro. Like, you don't even know how to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing it. It ain't no witchcraft or nothing like that. It's just I understand how energy works. It can't be destroyed. And the only way it can really do anything to me is if I allow it to affect me. I can allow it to affect me, or I can use it to motivate me. Just as simple as that. That's some simple transmutation right there. You know what I'm saying? Transmutation. You just take whatever somebody's trying to send your way and turn it to what it really is, man. You really, most of your haters, man, are really just fans, dude. They're just fans. That's all that it is. Well, look, again, smash that like button. It's getting too cold out here. Love and light. I'm going to go ahead and go live from the desk. I'm out. 30 minutes.